A lawyer just got suspended for using ChatGPT. Here's how to never let this happen to you. A lawyer in Ontario just had their license suspended for 6 months. Not for stealing from a client, not for missing a deadline. They got suspended over legal citations that did not exist. Cases the AI court tool made up, and when they relied upon those in court. Have you ever pasted an answer from ChatGPT into a draft without double checking it? This video is for you. I'm not here to pile on, but I'm here to break down exactly what went wrong, so none of us end up in the same position. Let's get into it. So let's see the timeline of what exactly happened. As reported by Times and the National Post, a Toronto lawyer was handling a family and estate law matter. In their written submissions to the court, they cited case law to support the argument for removing an estate trustee. What was the problem? When the presiding judge looked into those citations, they found that they did not even hold up. In at least one case, the lawyer had cited, they did not support the position at all, and it was absolutely opposite to what they were trying to prove in court. The judge asked directly whether AI had been used to prepare the submissions, and here's what went wrong. Here's what went wrong. The bigger problem was that she told the court that the office does not typically use AI and that she need to check with her clerk. That statement turned out to be false. She later admitted to the court, the lawyer, that she had in fact used ChatGPT and that she had misrepresented to the judge. The admissions triggered 2 separate proceedings for her. The Ontario Superior Court referred her to the Attorney General for potential criminal contempt. The Law Society of Ontario Disciplinary Tribunal opens its own investigation. This week, that tribunal handed down its decision, a 6-month license suspension, remedial training requirements, and $10,000 in costs. And according to people who track this closely, including a lawyer who monitors AI use in legal practice, this is likely the first time a Canadian law society has suspended someone specifically over AI misuse in court filings, as opposed to just a reprimand. Why this is actually not an AI story? Here's the thing. I want you to flag for all of you, because I think that this is a very important part of the case. The tribunal hasn't published its own full written reasons yet, but based on what's public, this doesn't look like a suspension purely for using AI. It looks like a suspension for 2 compounding failures. The first failure, unverified AI output made into a court filing. The second failure, when confronted, she didn't come clean immediately. She gave the court a misleading answer. Legal commentators following the case have made the same point. One lawyer who tracks AI use in the profession specifically warned against the takeaway, using AI equals automatic suspension. He said the dishonesty piece was very like doing a lot of the work here. So in this case, AI was not the problem, the dishonesty was. Using AI tool isn't the violation. It's what happens after it. Whether you verify the output, whether you're going honest, or if something goes wrong, that determines whether you become a bad afternoon or a career-altering event. And this isn't isolated. Just about a month before the suspension, the same tribunal offered a different Ontario lawyer to pay over $30,000 in costs for relying on an AI hallucinated material in an unrelated matter. This is quickly becoming a pattern the regulator is watching very closely. Now, let me give you some practical takeaways to avoid this and help you with your career. So let's turn this into something very useful. And let's take away a few points. Never cite a case you haven't personally pulled up, or not the AI seemed confident, not that it's sounding plausible. If you cannot pull the case up on Canley, Westlaw, or NexusNexus and read the actual case yourself, it does not go into your documents. Full stop. Treat AI legal research the same way you treat a first. Number 2, treat AI legal research the same way you treat a first draft, a first-year associate, or even an intern. Do not put or upload anything which is not scrutinized or checked before, format correctly, and verified completely. Number 3, if a judge or opposing counsel flags a citation problem, do not improvise an answer on the spot. This is the part of the case where I think the most instructive for us as lawyers. One question, the instinct to protect yourself in the moment is real, but an accurate answer given under pressure can turn into a research error or a candour violation. And a candour violation is completely a different category of a problem than a sloppy citation. Number 4, if you have ever made the error, disclose it immediately and fully. The lawyer in this case ultimately did admit what happened, but initially did not. Every commentator on this case has landed on the same lesson. The moment you suspect an AI source citation might be wrong, get ahead of it. Tell the court, tell your client, correct the record. Courts and regulators consistently treat prompt voluntary disclosure very differently than they treat a lie that later gets walked back on. Number 5, consider a firm-wide AI verification policy, even if you are a solo practitioner. Something as simple as any AI-assisted research must be independently verified against a primary source before it appears in a filed document with a checklist or a sign-off. This isn't bureaucracy, it's for your own sake. It is the kind of document process that helps you, and so you're never asked to explain the process, or you would have less mistakes. Number 6, remember that AI tools don't know when they are wrong. This is actually worth internalizing, not just following a rule. A hallucinated case reads exactly like a real one. No one can tell. That's precisely why verification can't be optional, but it is a necessity. I want to be clear about something. I don't think this video is about pointing fingers. Legal research tools are moving fast, deadlines are real, and every one of us is under pressure to move quickly. It's not genuinely easy to see how a lawyer has ended up here. But that's exactly why it's worth talking about it. The lesson isn't just don't use AI. The lesson is AI doesn't change the duty of your candour to the court, and it doesn't change your duty to the client to actually check your work. If this was useful, subscribe for more breakdowns on AI, on how to use AI professionally and ethically.